So guys, I hope that you had a good trading session today. I will talk about my own trading today, and I also want to discuss one very important aspect which I think pertains to trading psychology, which I'm sure a lot of people would benefit from that experience. So let me first of all start with the day, how the day went. So we had a Nifty which was choppy. It was not violent, but it was choppy. Means it was not able to make up its mind exactly where it wanted to go. There was a rally in the first half, and then the market started to give up the gains. It actually did most of the gains, and then later there was a bit of a sort of a rally, 20-30 points. It's really not that big of a deal. Nifty. Bank Nifty, on the other hand, was very, very, very bullish, right? And it basically had a trend day. Started from basically the lows of the day and ended at the highs of the day. So, two very different kind of trading strategies that had to be applied on two different types of indices. As far as my trading is concerned, I have been discussing this from the past few weeks that I'm transitioning from discretionary trading to algorithmic trading, and we're doing this with a lower volume, right? So even with a lower volume, of course, the profit seems a little reasonable. The breakdown of that you can see here. This is Nifty around 29,000, about 71,000 on Bank Nifty. Now Nifty trading I'm still doing manually, whereas Bank Nifty trading is happening purely based on our algos, and you can see that we are not very active. I mean, there were barely a few strikes that we were active today, and the volume was also low, but that turned out to be better as compared to my own manual trading, which gives me confidence that we are on the right track. So let me go back and let me and by the way, the link of this is going to be given in the description of this video. You guys can go and check it out, and I think this is a good thing that is happening nowadays, that traders can be more transparent about how their day went, and I think it's a good thing. Okay, so the thing that I want to talk about today is the psychological issue of having a view, right? So, and this has happened to me as well, but I spoke to several traders that I know who are active on expiries, and one of the things that I observed was that for whatever reason, many of them believed that today was going to be a big down day. I don't know how they came to the conclusion that it's going to be a big down day, given that we are still in a very strong uptrending market. 18,500 is a key support which has not been broken. So I don't know where the evidence was, but there was it seems like a very common perception that market was going to fall. So what that did was, for expiry day traders, many of them, they created short positions in this market, aggressive short positions in this market by selling call options. And what ended up happening with many of them was that when the last hour rally picked up, right, all those stop losses they got hit, and that caused people to take a loss. So the point that I am trying to get to is that there is something called a view, and there is something called reality, right? So what happens is that as a discretionary trader, we have a tendency of sticking with our view, right? And we don't want to be shaken out of our view. We of course want to be confident, and that's the reason why, even if let's say we are in a loss, we tend to stick around in the trade till it turns profitable. And I think it's good to be confident. It's good to have a certain view. But what I think is also important is to have the flexibility to change your view, to adapt your view based on the market reality, right? And that is something which I think that humans are not really designed to do, right? So let's say, for example, today, right, you saw that Bank Nifty was clearly very bullish. A system or a mechanical system or an algorithmic system, it would be very easy for a system to adapt that yes, this market is bullish. Whereas for a human, it's hard to shake off their views, because this view might be rooted in their understanding of the market, and sometimes in their egos as well, right? Sometimes traders make it as a matter of their ego that my view has to be right? And I think that causes more trouble than we can imagine, right? I mean, you can imagine those traders who were short at 43,400, 500, even 600 call option, they got seriously hurt today because of the view. So again, I will go back to saying the same thing, that algorithmic trading, systematic trading, or a mechanical trading, whatever you want to call it, anything which is rule based will eliminate these kind of biases from your trading, and you should definitely look for ways to automate some of your trading rules. But yeah, Nifty Bank was had a clear trend day. Those who were against the trend clearly got punished. Nifty 50 was much more reasonable, although in the morning there were some stop losses which got hit for us, but more or less everything was fine the rest of the day, right? I mean, it did not bother us too much. So that's basically it, guys. I mean, essentially what is happening right now is that the transition is still going on. We are not dealing with big volumes. I don't want to transition on a big volume right away. I want to see the different scenarios in which market moves. I want to see the different P&L swings, like the one here, right? So here you can see how wildly the profits and losses can swing, right? So this is the case of 24th of November. From about 40,000 rupees of profit, you could easily go down to 45,000 rupees of loss. And then from 50,000 rupees of loss, you would go up to 90,000 rupees of profit. And then again, you can lose all that profits in the last half an hour. So this can be a very wild ride. So what I'm trying to figure out is that when we are scaling, how can we avoid these wild of a fluctuation? And we are still working on that. I hope that we come to a good result or a good fix for this problem soon. But life is good right now. So far, no complaints. Hopefully, we keep getting better and better. And I'm hoping that from January, we will start working with a bigger volume. Today, by the way, I did not even take any hedge. I did not want any margin benefit. So we basically just traded with extremely low volume. So, so I'm hopeful that as we go along, the results would get even better from here. Okay. So that's basically it, guys. I will see you guys next week, and up until that time, keep learning.